Washington in the first inning of their first World Series game, in 1916, the Brooklyn Robins went down in order against the Red Sox at Braves Field in Boston. A young right fielder named Casey Stengel made the third out. The Robins did mount a rally that day, with 4 runs in the ninth, and in later years they would score as many as 6 runs in various October frames. But in 33 trips to the postseason, across more than 2,150 innings, the franchise now known as the Los Angeles Dodgers had never produced anything like the 6th inning at Nationals Park on Sunday night. The Dodgers seized Game 3 of this National League Division Series by scoring 7 times in the 6th. They had entered the back half of the game by then, trailing by a run, and they knew who awaits them in Monday's 4th game, Max Scherzer, the ferocious right-hander who might as well have been pacing in a cage at the zoo in Woodley Park. "You know he's going to be crazy on the mound, staring at you," said Cody Bellinger, the Dodgers' star center fielder. "You've got to be ready for it." The 6th inning assured that the Dodgers would face Scherzer in an enviable spot, trying to advance to the NL Championship Series, not trying to avoid elimination. Their outburst off Patrick Corbin and Wander Suero lifted them to a 10-4 victory and a 2-1 lead in the series. "The Dodgers showed up in the 6th inning," said the utility man Enrique Hernandez, "and that is always a scary thought for their rivals. The Dodgers, at their best, have been unbeatable lately in the NL playoffs. They are trying to become the first NL team to win 3 consecutive pennants since the 1942-44 St. Louis Cardinals, and while they still have not won a World Series, they keep taking their chances with a lineup that can counter any pitching change." For 5 innings on Sunday, the Dodgers struggled to solve Anibal Sanchez, a wily junk baller who struck them out 9 times. "He gave us all he had," said Nationals manager Dave Martinez, who eagerly deployed Corbin for the 6th, unleashing one of the few reliable pitchers on his staff. Corbin signed a 6-year, $140 million contract last winter and lived up to the deal, going 14-7 and pitching well in defeat in Game 1. He has one of the game's best sliders, and is crafty enough to shape the pitch to counteract a hitter's swing path. "I don't mind lefties," said the Dodgers' David Freese, "but man, he's tough." The Dodgers started the 6th with Bellinger and Corey Seager, elite left-handed hitters who are not removed for pinch hitters. Bellinger singled for his first hit of the series, but Seager and the next hitter, A.J. Pollock, struck out. Now was the chance for Dave Roberts, the Dodgers manager, to flip his lineup and grab the platoon advantage. 3 of the next 4 batters were right-handed pinch hitters Freese, Chris Taylor and Hernandez, and all would reach base and score. "I loved the matchups to combat Corbin," Roberts said. "It's just a complete buy-in from our guys that you might not start the game, but you certainly have an opportunity later on in the game to impact it." The Nationals infielders shifted Freese up the middle, and he rolled a single through the wide hole at second base. "He was not trying to do it," Freese said, but managed to fight off an inside pitch and send it to the right spot. Catcher Russell Martin came up next. He had fanned twice against Sanchez, but as a right-handed hitter, he matched up better with Corbin and doubled off the wall to score 2 runs. Martin, who added a home run later, is playing in his 10th postseason. He has never reached the World Series, and his playoff average before the double was .183. At 36, he said, he had learned a few things since his first trip to the postseason in 2006. "I'm definitely calmer now," Martin said. "I've always been an intense baseball player and just person in general, but I think now I just know how to take a deep breath. I had a lot of yoga classes in between those games, and now." Like Bellinger, Martin had been down 0-2 before connecting on his hit in the 6th. So were Hernandez, who also doubled in 2, and Justin Turner, who clubbed a 3-run homer off Suero. All the runs scored with 2 outs. "Definitely at 2 strikes you've got to take it seriously, you can't assume your at-bat is over," said Freese, who had one of baseball's most famous 2-strike, 2-out hits, a game-tying triple in the 2011 World Series when the St. Louis Cardinals were facing elimination against the Texas Rangers. You look at the best guys that ever played this game, they look like they like two strikes. I watched Albert Pujols do it for 10 years, living in St. Louis and playing with him. Guys like that, it's incredible. The Dodgers were all like that in the sixth, and there was not much Corbin could say. He had not pitched in relief in 3 years, but did not blame the unfamiliar role or the impact of pitching with just 2 days rest. His sliders simply lacked their usual bite. "It just stinks," Corbin said. "I feel like I let these guys down." The Dodgers have that effect on NL pitchers at this time of year. But they had never scored quite so emphatically, in such a short burst, in all of their many Octobers.